Let's talk QSP. QSP. Wow, what's going on with QSP? They getting they getting rowdy. They're making some high-end stuff, and they've been doing this for a while. You know, not just staying in the budget line. And they even on Blade West 2023 won an award there. Okay, for one of the high-end ones, and it was called God. Now I can't remember. I'm gonna put it along here. Okay, but oh, was seeing Dave, aka Blade Banter, right, at the show, and he usually stands in and does the booth stuff and helps them out. But you know what? QSP's been doing some OEM work. This is the Capybara. Now, this is their thing, but I mean, the OEM work they're doing for other people, I think they're doing a great job, right? So QSP, they are, of course, got to have the box upside down, right? This one says capybara, which is like a large rodent animal in South America, etc., etc. And I think it's part of the rodent family, but it's a big rodent. It's big. M390 belt sands. Oh, we got the belt. But I wanted the red, white, and blue. And they call this red, white, and blue carbon fiber. They're not calling it fat carbon fiber. Okay, it's red, white, and blue carbon fiber because, well, I told them, I'm American. I'm going to get me American now because I'm USA American, damn it. I want me red, white, and blue. So we done go to America on this. And it's got surround on the pivot here. And then you got these, it is, doesn't it? I mean, there is the capybara, right? There's the eyes, the snout. Yeah. Whew, I can't imagine what they taste like. I don't know if the natives have ever eaten them down there or anybody in South America's, tried it. I'm sure somebody has. I don't think I'm up for it, but here's this machining along here, this patterning along here. I mean, that kind of makes it stand out, doesn't it? Okay. And this is interesting the way they did this inlay just like on the top, but they did it on both sides. Thank God. Thank God for small favors. Because you know what? This is a good looking design, actually. Now, it's not a big, huge knife, but it's a good looking design and easy to finger flick. I think it is, at least. And, and this is one everybody has a different opinion, right? And it's a hollow grind, by the way, M390 blade, okay? And they don't, they ain't got a whole lot of chit chat going on the blade, do they? No billboarding, that kind of thing. There's your lockup. That's 35, approaching 40% on that. Okay. Now there's height differential there enough to make it easy to disengage, and it's really pretty quick over the detamp ball. It's not. See, this is not like just super drop shutty, but I'll guarantee you, once we get done doing the disassembly and we put a little bit of reverse spin on this, because a lot of the manufacturers tend to, I think, over tighten the pivots a bit. But there she kicks just like that. So, and then of course over time these things get more drop shutty as well. But I mean, yeah, it's a fetching design, and it's kind of chunky looking, yet it's not that big, right? So it should be really EDCable. And yeah, what do we got? Three. Well, let's call it. You want it to call it 3¼ We can call it 3¼ You could call it 3⅛ if you want. At 80 millimeters, you could go 85 down here, however you want. And then 7 3/8 overall length, so not even 7½ overall. And then you're talking 18.7 centimeters, okay? And probably I'm thinking that it's probably more like about 3mm blade stock. So let's try and catch the back behind the, well, no, it's more like 0.1, it's more like 3.5. And I think, you know what? I think that's what they said in their specs too, on their online. So 3½ millimeter. So that's pretty stout little stock, and 12.1 0.48. So yeah, it's nice in the pocket. It's slender. It's like a PM2 or a paramilitary 2 from Spyderco, the kind of thing. Same thing, but it's definitely smaller. Where did I put my little PM? Over here. My poor dog. I'm sorry, buddy. I got to get you on that buffing thing and get that corrosion off of this blade, but that's what I get. Humid climate and not taking care of it. But see, there's the PM2. So yeah. Where's something a little bit more attractive? Get over here. How about my Eutectic Trinity? There, that's better. Ooh, yeah, big difference there, yeah. Well, Trinity's 3.6 inch blade, I think. So, there it is. Interesting that they match with these discs and this and that. That's cool. Oh, let's give it a little scrap of paper here, and oh, wow. That's like butter. Okay, yeah, they got an edge on it. Okay, enough said on that one. Yeah, they did. Hollow grind. It's centered. It feels solid. You know, it feels solid. It doesn't feel too fat in the hand though. But it doesn't feel too thin or wafy or you know that kind of thing. It still is kind of like a chunky, but it's not. It's thin. Look at the backspacer. I like the way they did this as well. Kind of nicely rounded, and yet the little, machine marks along here for traction and for design purposes. And then you got this little lanyard pin sticking in there. But the nice little inlays in the handle, and I don't know. Oh, well, they're held in by these screws, which kind of disappear a little bit, don't they, in that matrix of crazy looking carbon fiber. They don't really show that much. But so those will be easy to pop out if you wanted to strip this and then make this a bronze color, or maybe make it blue or something like that, and then put the scales back on, all that. You could do that. But the design flow seems pretty good. And you know what? Blade to handle length is fine too. And so it flows there. I don't remember them saying anything. Now, particular about the collaborative, and I don't see a logo on there, so this might be an in-house design. Here's your stats on here, okay? They're saying 3-inch blade, which no, it's more than that in my book. And red, white, and blue, 320. Now, this is White Mountain Knives. I think it's the exact same price on QSP website. So yeah, I mean, well, this is the satin one, which is more expensive. That satin one is more expensive. It's like what, $40 more than the stonewash blade. Okay. Okay, but here's your stats on here as well. And yeah, they're saying 3-inch blade, but that's not really what I felt it was, because now, even up here, that's still 3, and an eighth. So 3.15 inch. Down here's more like 3 1/4. So they call it 3-inch blade, but okay, I mean, call it what you want. But it's a little bit bigger than that, so you might want to keep that in mind if you think it's a true 3-inch blade. It's really not. But one thing I was gonna, and there's, there it is where it's the stonewash, so it's 320, same price now. Okay, so let's say 320. But, I mean, LTK is your discount code for White Mountain. So you'd get $32 off of this. So now you're in the twos, okay? And there's no tax or shipping costs. So if you can be in the twos, you're almost like ahead of the game these days. There are so many knives that are they're 354, 450. I mean, wow. But now this is right hand tip up. And so if you're a lefty, that may kind of kill that deal as well. As well as the fact that, the frame lock design itself favors the right hander. Okay. And then there's, of course, companies, various ones that will do a run of left hand, frame locks. But this is a right hand tip up carry. And then therefore the frame lock, of course, here on this favors the right hand as well. But nice flow of design. This would be one of those ones that you just have to decide, is this a design that you think is interesting? Because QSP's got, they've got good fit and finish. They put a knife together nicely. So maybe back when they first started up, I was not as impressed with their overall F&F on what they were trying to do as higher end knives, but that's all changed. That's gone away back then. But no, in these days, this is nice. I mean, there's no gotchas here, no sharp corners. It's centered. No blade play, no lock rock, no issues. They good, solid knife here, as good as anybody's within a shade or two. You know what I'm saying? So that, you can have your own opinion on that. Be great. I look at design. I'm really kind of a design creature. So I look at the design, and that's kind of what I'm all about, regardless of the manufacturer, because I think once I get it in my hand, they're all really, really close. They are. Now there's some here and there that are more outstanding, but by and large, it's a pretty close field as far as quality goes, because they all got the super high-end equipment and stuff to be able to do that. Here's the good stuff. You can have a knife day. And what do we got in here? So this kind of gives you your information here. Okay, the Capybara. And then, of course, a little fitted area for the knife to go into. This, and then it slides into here, like yay, okay? So ergos are fine for me, okay? Because this is perfect fit, and these are okay, and I get them all on here because it's a long enough handle to do that. And like this separation or front choil area where you can actually just move all the way up and do this if you wanted to. I don't find myself doing this very often. I find myself doing this more often, or this. I actually use that little front area like here to stabilize this, to do this, or I'll climb way up like this. So I'm all over a knife, just depends on what I'm doing. I'm not usually doing a lot of real heavy box cutting. It's more like kind of more detailed stuff. I'm trying to get into packaging without damaging anything underneath and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's me more likely than not. But yeah, I mean, this will get her done, man. This is sharp, hollow grind. So no doubt. And I'm a sucker for that. I like that carbon fiber, that multicolor stuff, regardless if it's a true fat carbon or not. I mean, I look at it, and if I like the appearance, then so be it. And this is good. I mean, this is nicely done. Feels good in the hand. So what do you think? Maybe we ought to take it apart and kind of see what she looks like. Spin to win. Spin to win. There we go. Let's get this click down. People keep asking me on these, like, what are these? These are Good Screw, SKREW. You can look goodscrew.com. I think they're out of Australia. And this is like titanium. This is just anodized, but this is actually Mokutai here. So this was a little bit more expensive, but These drivers are really cool. I like them a lot. And I like the fact that the head spins like that because you can just bury that in your palm and it stabilizes, but everything, turns. So I like to use them when I can, and I ain't gonna use it on the front where the logo is. It's like dumbasses sitting here doing this. Okay, come on, wake up. Okay, and there's our little surround probably under there. That separates out. Okay, there's our. And what do we got in here? Well, it looks like we got a little flat spot right there. So it looks like we got a captured pivot. But I'm thinking these body screws are obviously number 6s. And they are not easy to see. They disappear in the background of that. With those inlays in there, that is kind of an optical illusionary. Oh, hold on. Let's take a look at this. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, does that stick out far enough to be, that could be striking if you need it? Nah, I don't know. Maybe not. Okay. Oh, but we have underneath there, then we got that. Now, is that going to, yeah, it's going to be a number 6 as well. Okay, so we got the 2 screws out that are holding the inlay in, and then there's the pocket clip. Let's put you up. Ooh, that's nice and light. And, okay, so we got one more we got to do, which is this one, an internal holding it. And so we'll put you up in a special place and kick you out right here. Now, hardened steel insert, ceramic detent ball, over travel stop, all that kind of gobbledygook. And, oh, I was looking, going, I wonder, okay, let me put these screws over here along with the inlay. Okay. I was going, well, where's my washer? Where's my steel washer? Well, it's on top of this mess over here, so there's where she be. And so you kick that steel washer off and move it over to this spot. And then there's your ceramic bearings, if they will come out or not. And even if they don't, I don't care. Oh, they're there on both sides. Yes, yes. So there's that set. And there's this set. Okay. And there's what's in there. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a super greasy heavy lube, but it's a little heavier than what I normally use. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just a little heavier than I normally use. And so here's your little lanyard pin thing that can come out if you want. The rest of this is kind of, stuck in here, but you could take it off if you wanted to. I just wanted to. Oh, okay, so there's your flat spot on the pivot. It captures the pivot, and I can pop this out. And there it is. So that's what centers your logo, QSP, etc., etc. So we're good there. And there's your blade stop and all the goodies. So really not very difficult. I just got to take the inlay out so you can get to that underneath screw and finish the disassembly of the frame. But that's your total inlay, But it makes a splash, doesn't it? Definitely makes a splash. There's your disassembly. All right, Capybara. You may want the different colored carbon fiber inlay than this one. I like the red, white, and blue myself, but you can get the blue and white and black and whatever and this, that. But there she be, the Capybara, a new offering from QSP. I like the design. I'm guessing it's in-house because I don't see anybody else's like logo or collaborative stuff here. But yeah, it's and it's not as small as they say. Just remember that is not a 3-inch blade, but it's nice, easy carry EDC. That's for sure. All right. I'll let you go. I got the link to, you could go either to the QSP site, whatever, and see if they got any, seasonal sales and that kind of thing going on. Also, White Mountain Knives, see if they've got it in stock, that kind of thing, if you're interested. And remember, We've got a website here, lovedemknives.com, pre-owned knives. Check that out as well, because we do love them knives. So you guys stay sharp.